On a map, Olympia kind of looks like one big spot, but there's actually several different areas of Olympia. And this is part 2 of a 3-part series outlining the different areas of Olympia. In this video, we're going to talk about Thurston Northeast, Olympia North, Olympia South, East Olympia, and Lacey. And all of these areas look almost interchangeable, but in real life, the experience of living in each one is completely different. And here's the truth most people don't find out until after they move in. Your happiness has way less to do with the house itself and way more to do with the area that you choose. The daily drive, the neighbors, the pace of life, the type of homes around you, all of that matters. And this series of videos is meant to give you a general understanding of each area of Olympia and help you find the one that fits your lifestyle, your budget, and your long-term plans. And if you're thinking about buying a home anywhere in Thurston County, I'm a local realtor here and I help people make these decisions every day. So let's get into it. Thurston Northeast is one of those areas people don't fully understand when they spend time there. This is where you go if you want space, privacy, a more rural feel, but you still want access to Olympia and Lacey without feeling totally disconnected. And this area includes places like Johnson Point, Beechcrest, Nisqually, Meridian Campus, and Jubilee. And living in Thurston Northeast feels quiet, it feels spread out, you're surrounded by trees and open land, larger parcels, things feel a little bit slower here, it feels a little bit out of the way, there's less traffic, fewer subdivisions, more homes tucked away from the road. It's not uncommon to feel like you're living out there, even though you're really not that far from town. The homes in Thurston Northeast are typically on larger lots, often half an acre to several acres, and you'll see a lot of custom-built homes, ramblers, daylight basements, properties built anywhere from the 70s through the early 2000s. Many homes have shops and long driveways. There's room for RVs, boats, toys. Fewer restrictions overall in this area as well. This area is really ideal for buyers who value privacy or want room to spread out or simply just don't want neighbors right on top of them. And it's especially appealing to people who work from home or don't mind driving a little bit for errands. And if walkability and nightlife or being close to restaurants is important to you, Thurston Northeast might feel a little too quiet, but for the right person, that's exactly the appeal. Now, if you like being closer to the city while still keeping a residential feel, let's move slightly inward to Olympia North. Olympia North feels more suburban and established, and it's one of the most convenient areas for people who want quick access to shopping and schools and major roads without being right in downtown Olympia. And this area includes things like the Bigelow community, East Bay, East Side Olympia, and Capitol Campus. Life here feels practical and efficient. You're close to everything, but it doesn't feel chaotic. And a lot of people who live in Olympia North like the fact that they can run errands quickly, get to work easily, and still come home to a relatively quiet neighborhood. And the homes in Olympia North are mostly mid-century and late 20th century builds. Think ramblers, split levels, traditional 2-story homes. Lots tend to be smaller than Thurston Northeast, but still comfortable. And many neighborhoods are pretty mature with large trees and established landscaping. And this area works really well for buyers who want consistency and convenience. And it's also really popular with families or professionals and people who want strong resale value without paying premium prices. This area works really well for buyers who want consistency and convenience, and it's really popular with families, professionals, and people who want strong resale value without paying premium prices for luxury or waterfront properties. So if you want a balanced, no-nonsense place to live that puts you close to everything, Olympia North checks a lot of boxes. But if you're looking for something with a little bit more grit, character, or edge, let's head south to Olympia South. Olympia South is one of the most diverse and dynamic parts of Olympia, the area as a whole, both in terms of people and housing. This is where affordability, access, and variety all collide. This area includes Carline, Ward Lake, and even bleeds a little bit into parts of Tumwater. Living in Olympia South feels more urban and active, and there's more traffic, there's more movement, there's more variation block to block, and some neighborhoods feel very residential while others feel more transitional. It's kind of an area that's constantly evolving, and the houses here vary widely. You'll see some older homes from the mid-1900s, smaller lots, duplexes, you'll see some townhouses, you'll see some newer infill construction. And this variety creates opportunity, especially for first-time homebuyers or investors or people who want to be close to downtown without paying downtown prices. Olympia South is great for buyers who prioritize affordability and access over uniformity. And if you like being close to work, services, and city life, and you're okay with a more mixed environment, this area can make a lot of sense. It's not really for everybody, but for the right buyer, it offers some tremendous value. Now, when I say city life, I mean Olympia city life, not necessarily like Seattle city life. Now, let's talk about an area that blends rural space with a strong sense of community. East Olympia has a very different feel from Olympia proper. It's quieter, it's more spread out, it feels closer to nature. People often choose East Olympia because they want land and privacy, but still want to stay connected to the Olympia area. Life here, I would say, is peaceful, and you'll see more open spaces, fewer subdivisions, certainly a lot less commercial development. And it's the kind of place where people wave at their neighbors, they keep animals or spend time outdoors on their own properties. And homes in East Olympia are typically on larger lots, similar to Thurston Northeast, but with a slightly different layout and access pattern. You'll find custom homes, you'll find some older houses with acreage, and properties that prioritize outdoor living. And many homes here have wells and septic systems and fewer city-style amenities. East Olympia is really ideal for buyers who want space, quiet, rural lifestyle without going fully remote. And so if you value privacy and don't need to be close to shopping or nightlife or restaurants, this area can certainly feel kind of like a hidden gem. But if convenience and growth matter more to you, there's one area we haven't talked about yet in this series, and that is Lacey. Now, I talk about Lacey a lot on this YouTube channel, and it's one of the most popular places to live in Thurston County, and for good reason. It's when people talk about Olympia as a whole, oftentimes they're talking about Lacey or maybe Tumwater, which are kind of a tri-cities. Olympia, Lacey, Tumwater is kind of a tri-cities of Thurston County. Lacey specifically is modern, it's accessible, and it's constantly growing. Oftentimes, living in Lacey feels efficient, it feels forward-moving. There's a lot of new development, there's a lot of strong infrastructure and easy access to I-5. You have lots of shopping centers, you have lots of restaurants, you're accessible to JBLM. Everything feels close, everything feels planned. I would say that homes in Lacey range from older neighborhoods to larger new subdivisions with modern layouts. You'll find some townhomes, you'll find single-family houses, you'll find newer construction with open floor plans, you'll find properties with energy efficiency, you'll find HOA-managed communities, you'll find a lot of different things in Lacey. I would say that lots are typically smaller, but homes are designed to maximize space. And Lacey is ideal for commuters. Lacey is ideal for commuters or military families or first-time homebuyers and anyone who wants newer housing with convenience. It's less about character and charm, and it's more about functionality, and ease of living. So if you like things newer or more organized or accessible, I would say that Lacey is often the top choice. And I have several videos about Lacey on this channel if you want a more in-depth look at that city. So here's the big picture. Thurston Northeast is about space and privacy. Olympia North is about convenience and stability. Olympia South is about affordability and access. East Olympia is about quiet rural living. Lacey is about growth, modern living, and convenience. And there's no single best area. There's only the area that fits for your lifestyle, your priorities, and your long-term goals. Hopefully this video is helpful to you, give you an idea on the different areas of Olympia, and if it was, be sure to check out the rest of this series. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.